is the cramp of the crops already starting to come out.
So we're showing both videos, seismic and nights.
Yeah.
So I wait for you to go up, you cue me up.
Yeah, I'll kill you. It'll be easier.
But
And after that, I'll go and interview which one wins.
like normal lah.
I highly doubt hallucination will result. One that main, the captain is not here. That is a really sad thing. Well, at least better than fossil they cannot play at all. That's like, they're actually very good, you know.
So sayang, so
They are so young and they're so good already. They didn't have a chance. Oh, that screwed me up.
Who are you and what team do you represent?
I'm Arwani, and this is Suarez. We represent Team Seismic X.
So, one question. Your team actually have people coming from Singapore, is it right?
Yeah.
So, how is your team formed actually?
The guy from Singapore used to study in Mary.
Oh.
So we met in uni.
So you guys were studying in Miri and you get together and start to play.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Played for so many years together.
So how long have you guys been playing Dota actually?
Personally, we've been playing more than 10 years individually, but with a team, I think about 2 years.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, who and what is your team roles in your team?
Our drafter, Sorezi, is the carry of the team. I'm playing position 2, mid. And we have Junior, Im, and CBK. Junior will be playing support along with CBK, and Im will be playing off lane.
So, after playing for 2 years, what do you think is the strongest part in your team?
I think we are really aggressive, and we trash talk a lot, lowering their confidence.
So basically your main ability is just purely aggression, YOLO style. We're coming in, we're gonna destroy you.
Yeah, we're gonna destroy you.
Yeah. So, wow, I'm getting scared here right here. Okay, what's your team motto? Do you have one, like a word that you say to each other? Say, hey, let's beat them, or let's rampage, or something that brings your team up.
We used to always say GG predict before the game.
Roger that. Thank you. Can you tell us who are you and who you represent?
I'm King Once. I represent Knights of Hallucination.
Okay, that's nice. So, how did your team form?
Since I've been playing with my friends for quite a while, I decided to form this team, and see how we fare against skilled players in this tournament.
That's really nice. Who and what are the roles that your teammates are?
They have me and Kycer, we're both supports. And then there's Double V In and Newbie, they're both carriers. And then Fort June is the offlaner.
Okay, that's really nice. Okay, now this is a question that's because we know some of us played more than 6 years old. How did you start playing Dota, my friend?
Actually, I haven't played that long. I started maybe since February. You can say I was influenced by my friends. At first, I didn't know this Dota, but after they brought me out, and then they told me, hey, try this game, and that's how I got into Dota.
Oh, that's amazing. So, what do you think is the strongest part in your team?
The strongest part of my team, I say it's the teamwork and the communication. We communicate well with each other, and I trust them for that.
Wow, trust is a really important thing. Now, what is your team motto? Do you have one?
Yes, we have one. It's PPM.
What does PPM mean, my friend?
PPM means patience, practice, miracle.
Well done. Okay, I'll see you in the tournament, man.
Thank you very much, Kycer. Now we're back into this game with Knights of Hallucination over the Dire team, Seismic X over the Radiant side. Seismic X do have the first pick this time around. Of course, the unicorns of Seismic X will be banning out that Omni Knight very quick and early. As it looks like Sorzi is the drafter right now for Seismic X. Knights of Hallucination will be responding with a Rubik ban, and that's very interesting, considering that they consider Rubik to be a tier 1 hero to be banned in the first phase, so let's see how they're going to go about with that.
10 seconds remaining.
Possibly some insight as to perhaps some team information or scouting onto the side of Knights of Hallucination. Maybe they know that Seismic X really like that Rubik.
Reserve time.
But one way or the other, Seismic X will be banning out Admiral Kunkka.
Team banned.
So removes any of that AoE from his ghost ship. As well as the torrent, we've seen some really good torrents in this tournament. 2-man, 3-man torrents. Of course, that X marks the spot also can be abused with the torrent timings.
Radiant team pick.
Knights of Hallucination will respond with a ban onto that Priestess of the Moon. So not wanting to have a quick Aghanim Scepter. We've seen earlier how when the Mirana just gets the Aghanim Scepter a bit too late, it's not being able to be impactful in any of the team fights. And right now, Seismic X, their first pick is the Disruptor. So it seems that Knights of the Hallucination now have the opportunity to go for a 1-2 Sucker Punch now.
Dire team pick.
And they've picked up the Silencer as their first pick. Of course, very useful with that Global Silence, Last Words, Curse of the Silent also, and not to forget the Glaives of Wisdom. And if he's able to keep stealing those intelligence, he will be a force to be reckoned with. Knights of Hallucination then pick up the Tide Hunter for the offlane hero. That Ravage is an extremely good counter initiation spell, at least before any of the hard carries pick up their BKBs. Let's see what Seismic X wants to pair up this Disruptor with. There's always the Invis heroes in the form of the Bounty Hunter as well as the Rikimaru.
Spirit Breaker.
Ooh, they've instead want to go for the Spirit Breaker. Very, very interesting pick right there with the Barathrum. The 17% best chance, of course, will look to work in their favor. And of course that MS movement speed with, I think, Empowering Haste. Yes, Empowering Haste. Give his allies a little bit of extra movement speed. Knights of Hallucination banning out the Meepo against Seismic X. So that's an interesting one as well. We've seen how the Meepo just absolutely dominated in the last game. Seismic X responds with the ban on the Slark. So this perhaps give a little bit of insight. They're probably looking to go for a slightly tanky right-click hero right now with the ban on that Slark. Essence Shift, of course, very annoying to play with. Spirit Breaker likely to go in that off lane. Also able to pay the support. Not really that goal dependent, as we see Knights of Hallucination remove out the Invoker, and immediately Seismic X also respond with the Storm Spirit ban. Now it is Knights of Hallucination. It is their turn for the third pick. Let's see how they want to go about this. All the heroes are looking to the right. Disruptor and Spirit Breaker just broke up, so they're looking in different directions. They don't want to look at each other. Third pick right now, 10 seconds before we go into the reserve time.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Well, one possibility of taking this much time for their third pick was possibility. They were looking at either the Slark or the Storm Spirit to counter up alongside with the Silencer. But, of course, being banned out by Seismic X means they'll have to look at different avenues. Ah, they will go for Strikeware, the Bloodseeker, and Tinker, the immediate pickup from Seismic X. They've got their clutch hero. They really wanted it, and they've got it. Very interesting that this Tinker made it this far into the ban phase. Perhaps that Meepo ban made them go for the Tinker. But Knights of Hallucination now, how will they respond? They've got a Silencer, so he's able to at least restrict the Tinker in terms of movement. But once the Tinker does have that Blink Dagger,
5 seconds
he
remaining.
will be a bit more elusive.
Reserve time.
So we move into the reserve time right now. Bloodseeker, Tidehunter, Silencer. A very interesting combination that we rarely see in tournaments. Bloodseeker very rarely picked. Of course, does have the Rupture, but I think it's the Blood Rite as well as the Blood Rage that just makes it a good hero to have on your team. You can either buff your own allies, as long as he doesn't apply the Blood Rage over the Tinker, all is fine and dandy. Sand King, the fourth pickup right now for Knights of Hallucination. And we're looking at 3 good team fight heroes with very, very long ultimate cooldowns. 130 seconds, 150 seconds, and 100 seconds. So
10 seconds remaining.
quite cooldown dependent on the sides of Knights of Hallucination, but they do have their short burst skills in the form of the Burrow Strike as well as the Gush and Anchor Smash. So it depends to be seen on how they want to line things up right now, as Seismic X will be picking up their 4th hero. Knights of Hallucination, of course, the winner of last night's game, making it into today to face off with our Singaporean team in the form of Seismic X. Possibly looking to pick up their offlaner if that Spirit Breaker plays as a support, or even as another support if that Spirit Breaker plays an offlane. The hard carry will likely be their last pick, unless of course they decide to pick something up now before it gets banned. And yes, the Juggernaut will be picked up immediately, as now Knights of Hallucination have their final ban, possibly looking to remove another strong support. All this of course depends on where the Spirit Breaker will be playing.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They're taking their time with this one, Knights of Hallucination. 1 minute into their reserve time, trying to round things up a little bit, trying to read into Seismic X's pick. Tinker obviously going mid, Juggernaut obviously in the safe lane. And they're looking to limit the Disruptor as much as possible. That Static Storm, once it comes online, will be very, very annoying, especially if it prevents the Tidehunter from casting his ultimate. Considering that the Static Storm will last, even though Silencer goes for the Global Silence afterwards, so it really depends on how they approach team fights and how they want to approach with the skills. Knights of Hallucination probably will be looking for a strong right clicker. Bloodseeker could go in the middle, able to just regen up once he's got levels in the Blood Rage as well as the Thirst.
seconds remaining.
Oh, they've decided to ban out the Phantom
Radiant
Assassin.
team ban.
So removing the factor of a right-click DPS, a further right-click DPS actually for Seismic X. It's a very interesting ban, but let's see how Seismic X will read into this. What do they think that Knights of Hallucination want?
5 seconds
Not too many
remaining.
heroes left in the pool right now, but then again, this is probably the most flexible meta game just yet. No real fixed sort of way to play. Coming in from the death ball pushes of TI4 to the farming games of TI5, we've made it finally to a point where almost any hero pick is viable, almost any combination is viable. Elder Titan also still in the pool, but I don't think that Knights of Hallucination are looking for another support. About just under a minute right now for Seismic X in their reserve time for this final ban of the pick ban, and they will choose to ban out the Morphling. A very wise decision
Radiant
indeed.
team pick.
Can be very hard to deal with, very tanky with that morph, but also able to deal a huge amount of right clicks. And right now Seismic X with the final pickup, which will tell us what the lanes will be like.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Some serious faces going along there on stage, trying to discuss their choice for the final pickup. What will they bring to the table with their final pick? How will they approach this game of this team fight and cooldown oriented lineup of Knights of Hallucination? Seismic X don't really have the longest cooldowns, just 60 seconds onto the Nether Strike, just about 70 seconds on that Static Storm, and of course the Omni Slash in 110 seconds. They'll go for the Beastmaster.
Dire team.
So that's the Beastmaster off lane with the Disruptor, Spiritbreaker supports, Juggernaut safe lane, and Tinker over on that mid lane. Knights of Hallucination, the ball now in their court.
Templar assassin.
They've gone for that mid Templar Assassin. And that probably means the Bloodseeker over in the safe lane, the Sand King and Silencer support. Possibly. Well, just waiting for the players to pick up, in particular the Beastmaster, before we move in onto the quick introductions of the players.
Seconds remaining.
Right now, we are in game as CBK plays on the Beastmaster, who got Imp on the Spiritbreaker, Arane onto that Mid Tinker Junior, JR onto that Disruptor, and Sorzi with the Juggernaut and the Armored Frondillo companion. Over onto the Dire side, we've got PPM, or rather Bai, on that Bloodseeker. I think that's their 6th player. Double Vin onto the Tidehunter MRD, onto the Sand King. 4th June, the Mid-Templar Assassin, of course, Baby Fark McGeezax onto the Silencer. Immediately getting his summons up and running, trying to scout over onto the Bouncy Runes, and we'll be going perhaps for a deep ward, but it'll be very interesting to see where he places it. Deciding to go instead for the Vision instead of the block, so that is something to note down. Dire team, all 5 of them in one position right now, looking to contest at bottom, but that that Borwell spotted an easy 26 gold for the Tidehunter, getting him up to 61 as he gets the first last hit of the game. And in about 10 seconds, the runes will spawn. Foghorn sounds. And there's going to be no contest with this. Templar Assassin should have no problems at all picking it up, as over on the top bounty rune, it will go to Arowini on the Tinker.
Smart money.
Oh, they do actually spot that just in time. Let's see if they're able to get rid of it. not going to fall into the farming period of the game. Irony interestingly leveling up March of Machines as his first one. Wants to make sure that 4th June onto that Templar Assassin has the hardest time possible in terms of farming. And wearing down the refraction charges as well. So that's a pretty wise pickup, but 4th June, oh there you go, that's the Observer Ward being taken out immediately. 4th June will of course be trying to go with the Psy Blades instead of the refractions. Very interesting. Double Vin on the off lane, goes for the Gush first. Would have expected either Anchor Smash, considering he's up against a melee hero, the Juggernaut. But as things stands, he is the only one here. TP from the Silencer in the backline, so they know he's gone. JR coming in with the Thunder Strike. Nothing much gonna happen as the Silencer comes in to support MRD, who is very interestingly playing the safe lane Sand King. And it looks like some jungling coming out here from Bai, as he's going for a choke point jungling, allowing only one of the creeps to hit him at a time, so we'll have time to regen from that. Already up to level 2 with the Iron Talon as well, so he's more than happy to stay in the jungle. Let's see if Seismic Axe will want to disrupt that jungling pattern of his. That Observer Ward will be dewarded. Really good sense there coming out from Baby Frogman Gizax on the Silencer. Just denying that bit of vision to IMP on this offlaner. And it looks like the Beastmaster himself going to the jungle as well with the Iron Talon, as well as using the Boar just for an additional source of damage. Looking to try to stack it, I think? No, it's a bit too late. Oh, it looks like there's a charge coming in. And it will be onto the Templar Assassin. 4th June will just be harassed a little bit. A few more right clicks coming in, refraction charges coming on, will cop a tower hit as well, so IMP will have to be a little bit more careful with that aggression. Lanes so far being a bit more fluid right now. It's just a Tinker and the Templar Assassin who've got the firm net, and I've actually missed the Tidehunter who actually died. Very interesting, not supposed to die there. But again, no levels in Kraken Shell. We've seen this before, where Tidehunters go for the Gush as the Anchor Smash instead of the Kraken Shell and the Anchor Smash, so a little bit less of survivability there. So over in top lane, MRD as well as the Silencer causing a little bit of problems right now for the Spirit Breaker, who's been slowed down as well as silenced up. Able to pull over the creeps to the hard cam, and so that's some additional EXP for the Silencer to just farm up while the Sand King goes under his own tower.
Missing top.
2 levels in March of the Machine right now for the Tinker, choosing to forego the rockets, knowing that the Templar Assassin can just pop the refraction if he sees a rocket coming on his way, so perhaps trying to go into a more push-oriented build, trying to force the Templar Assassin to last hit under the tower. As I say that, of course, he is a little bit low on mana, but does have that Enchanted Mango in any eventuality. Oh, one more hit on the Courier. Oh, that's the Courier down right there. 4th June. Bringing the Courier a little bit too far in front. Luckily, no cargo on it. If the bottle was still on the Courier, Templar Assassin would have a much harder time not being able to bottle crow. Has pings coming out, so they know that there's a hawk somewhere in that vicinity. And Tidehunter, as you can see, playing so much more passively compared to before. This is gonna go for the creep block, almost level 4, so not too bad. When you consider that IMP is slightly behind him, but as well, after this creep wave, should get level 4. There you go. Nighttime comes, but there will be no real aggression as all the teams are split, and this is what a Tinker has been trying to do. Just push the wave a little bit faster, force the Templar Assassin to miss some of his last hits, but that's quite a number of creeps right there, so Templar Assassin should be fine as the Arcane Rune is being picked up by the Tinker for his bottle.
Missing top.
Looking at the net worth, Juggernaut is ahead, of course, after getting that first blood, but 2.7k gold. Tinker as well, not too far behind him, just about 700 gold behind him. Let's see what items Juggernaut is going to go for. Has already the power treads going. Let's see if he's going to go into a more farming build or a more fighting build. Be interesting to see as Thunder Strike comes out onto the Tidehunter, looking to try to leech some of the experience right now from this hard camp, but the pull through failed, but there is a stack there. So he's just hanging around there, not really achieving much. The Juggernaut decides to push the lane very interestingly, not wanting to control it too much. Perhaps the Disruptor wants to pull the next wave in, and it will come under the tower. as they clear up the stack very quickly indeed. 3 levels in that Blade Fury. Does have 1 point in healing ward and should be picking up the Omni Slash pretty soon in about 770 EXP points, a little more. Double Vin finally has 1 point in the Kraken Shell, so that's some form of damage blocked. Also has 3 in Gush, very interestingly, so it might be using that to farm, but not the most effective considering it does cost 120 mana. Imp, on the other hand, on this bottom lane will get level 5 with this creep wave.
Missing top.
Does want his level 6 with another strike. And will actually go into 3 into the Greater Bash, so hoping for that 17% chance to be proccing on regular occasions. Templar Assassin with her Boots of Travel as well as her Rings of Aquila completed already on her. She's the most in terms of net worth for her team, but is 4th overall on the entire map. So that's not the best story. They need to find a way right now, Knights of Hallucination, find a way to farm. Considering the Sand King is on the safe lane, he doesn't have that much. Oh, it looks like smoke will be popped. Thunderstrike as well. CBK goes for the roar. Irony coming in. Refraction being charged, but here comes the Barathroom and the laser will secure the kill as Tinker gets a kill. Epicenter coming in from MRG. But he was a little bit too late. It does have the arcane boots, but that Epicenter not achieving too much right now. We'll be at 100 seconds on cooldown, so Seismic X looking to push this, looking to take advantage of it. 2-0 right now to score as we hit the 7-minute mark of the game. So with 2 boars as well as a siege creep, not to forget that does have 2 points in the Inner Beast aura. Oh, and Tidehunter once again falls. I think it's the Omni Slash. Yes, Omni Slash being used as well as the Blade Fury. Not going more points into that Kraken Shell. Looks to be regretting it right now. 3 points of Gush, relatively useless when you're playing defensive. But as is the case, you can't take back your levels once you spend them. 4th June onto that mid Templar Assassin, doing his best to try to catch up. Bloodseeker still in the jungle. No one's been coming to disturb him as Elf yet. Does have enough gold for the power tread, so he decides to go so. As over in the off lane, Imp will have his Nether Strike at the ready for the next gank. He too does have his power treads at the ready in the inventory, but unlikely that he'll get it anytime soon. As the Tinker completes up the Soul Ring, and it's about 800 gold away from completing his Boots of Travel. Bounty Hunter, sorry, Beastmaster, after getting his level 7 in the jungle with a good gank in the mid, coming up with a Primal Roar, will have his Tranquil Boots, perhaps looking to build into the Necronomicon as his next item, aiding the push and team fight even more. Constant Hawks being used by him to scout out the situation right now. 3-0. Knights of Hallucination yet to get a kill. Perhaps not aggressive enough, and now 4th of June has to be careful. Here comes Im, March of the Machines, cancel the refraction charges. One another strike coming in from the back. Sand King comes in from the back line with the Burrow Strike as well as Sandstorm, but actually the Glimpse back sending him away. So right now the Static Storm being committed as well as the Kinetic Field. Double Vin right now does have his Ravage. Will he look to cast it right now? Yes! Cast the Ravage, hits up to 3 men. Imp will fall from that. Double Vin is the next one, but comes at that Bloodseeker coming in with the Blood Red hitting onto CBK as well. The Primal Roar coming in, but the Rupture onto the Disruptor will mean that he will die from this. PPM, or rather buy onto the Bloodseeker, will get the regeneration, but Tinker secures the kill on Baby Fart McJezax of Silencer using the laser combination, but no rockets just yet. So that is something interesting to note. Does have almost enough gold for his Boots of Travel and will have it before the 10-minute mark, it looks like it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is
Templar
under
Assassin
attack.
showing over the bottom lane. Not even farming that mid lane anymore. Looking to build into the phase boots, quite interestingly. Tidehunter has been the result of 2 casualties as they finally have vision of this Bloodseeker in the jungle. Goes in the trees. One more bash coming in with a laser from Aruni, and the Boots of Travel means that he is on a dominating streak right now. Able to find the Bloodseeker in the jungle, perhaps with the aid of a Hawk, as well as their wards. Right now, another charge coming in, but Im falling back with it, cancelling the charge. Really using this vision provided by the charge as well as the Hawk really, really well. 4 heroes of the Dire team surrounding their own tier 1 tower, trying to mount some sort of defense. But the March of Machines is just causing a little bit too much problems for them, and will miss almost every last hit there, 4th June. As over the bottom lane, Pings coming out, Blade Fury as well, onto Mr. D on the Sand King, as the Blood Right as well as Rupture being committed onto CBK. CBK will TP out, Bai will fall, and it looks like the TP will be cancelled as backup arrives. And right now, even the Beastmaster is here, Tide Hunter as well. They've got good vision of this, comes with another strike onto the Tide Hunter. Does not have the Ravage, and of course will fall to the Blade Fury. Double kill right now for Sorry. They get another spot right now. They know where 4th June is, Kinetic Field as well as a Dust being spotted as well. 4th June is a dead Templar Assassin. And that's 3 kills in a row for Seismic X. A really quick aggression coming up to them. Mispositioning coming up from from Knights of Hallucination. Some misplays there. Should not really happen, and the healing ward being popped right now to sustain this push even more. This should be the tower dropping as well as the additional levels into the Inner Beast aura, means that they push really fast. And there you go, just like that, that bottom tier 2 tower is gone. Roshan control is lost. Their nearest point of TP is now the mid tier 2 tower. Downy now looking to pressure on this mid tier 1 as well. JR will glimpse 4th of June back home, so has to walk all the way back. That's about 50 gold spent, and Sorazi will come along. Rocket's finally being leveled up right now, so that vision provided by the Hawk will actually be able to give the Rockets something to lock onto. And they're pinging out, they're seeing the TP comes in, and we're seeing a charge of darkness coming in all the way from the back right now, from the Barathrum. And he's coming galloping down the mid lane. Let's see if he will stop the charge. Yes, he will. TP to the top lane will be the Juggernaut as he continues his ever increasing net worth right now. Almost 8k gold. Does have that Battle Fury 12 minutes into the game as well as Power Treads. And he's looking to build into his next item. They're getting more vision right now. Once again, the Charge of Darkness coming in. Blood Red being committed as well as Global Silence just to prevent things from coming out. Epicenter as well being committed right now from MRT. Gets a good Burrow Strike as well as a really beautiful Ravage of the 2. JR will fall 2 in quick succession. Erwini is slow as well as Sorazi, but right now so are the heroes. Omni Slash comes in, will get rid of the Sand King, and one more kill onto Baby Perfect. G looks like a double kill. Will go for the triple kill right now as Fire will fall, but instead it will go for CBK. Now Double Vin goes in the tree. They're trying to chase him right now. He tries to hide, goes for the TP out. Will they find him? One more laser, and that will be the kill. As it is another team wipe right now. Seismic X only losing their supports.
Is under attack.
And they dove all the way to the tier 2 tower. Haven't even gotten the tier 1 tower yet at the top lane. And it looks like the healing aura from that healing ward will just push them back up. 27 base regen. Will have his level 2 Necro.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It'll be very interesting to see what the Juggernaut decides to go for. Once again, they're just abusing this vision. There is no way of the Dire team to farm other in their own jungle, and it looks like the Beastmaster is well aware of that. But that Hawk will expire. And right now they're going to continue the push over in this top tier 2 tower. Tinker, of course, can just go back and forth with his boots of travel. I doubt there will be a new form of defense coming in, considering that there's still about 60 seconds off the Ravage, about 30 seconds off from the Epicenter.
Dire structures are
They will glyph it up, but they're a bit too spread out right now. There's no way that they can push this. No, they're not going to defend this push. They're going to go for the high ground defense.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Once again, they get a good spot right now on 4th June. Templar Assassin will go for the melt, but there's vision coming in as well as dust being popped. Blood right as well there, so just as a ranging, and they're going to jump forward right now. Blade Fury will secure the kill. The Templar Assassin being brought back into the starting storm. Mirana Silence will be next to fall. Buyback coming in from the Sand King. They want to try to reinitiate this right now. Bloodseeker standing on the higher ground right now. Charge of Darkness coming on the Silencer. One more hit, will get the kill on him. So that's a dive straight to the tier 3 towers right now. Omni Slash being committed as well. Bounces on the creep a little bit too much, but Bloodseeker being brought low. One more hit, and he will fall. Double kill right now for JR onto that Disruptor as well as Epicenter coming in, but he dies. Seismic X, 4 quick kills in succession. And now they will secure this top lane right now. They should be able to kill this top lane. There's no way they can defend right now. No buybacks coming out for Knights of Hallucination, but Ravage is there as all chat coming in from the Templar Assassin. Oh, it looks like the Juggernaut just able to survive right there with the Blade Fury. And will escape with just about 60 HP to his name. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Imp onto that Barathrim has been making good use. Looking to build into perhaps what is going to be a BKB of his own. As he pushes out this mid lane all by his lonesomeness. It looks like the Dire team don't even dare push out of their own base. They are very, very limited in terms of vision. That's a very dark map. Whereas opposing team, on the Radiant team, in addition to the aggressive water they've also got Hawks left, right and center. So some really good aggressive vision coming in, giving targets for the Charge of Darkness for the Barathrim. The Spirit Breaker making plays. Templar Assassin yet to have a damage item, just Aquila Phase Boots, died 5 times. Oh, and look at that. Once again, the vision being afforded, rockets coming in, Arrowini being able to blink forward perhaps. And there you go, Charge of Darkness coming in, but the backline Sand King already explodes the Blade Fury. And the Static Storm will secure the kill onto the Silencer. And right now, Fortune, Templar Assassin will be the next one to fall. Ravage comes in, but there's no damage. The Boar instead is slowing him down by so much. And there you go, that's going to be the kill now. Double Win, going to be the next one to pay the price, and he will die. Bye onto that Bloodseeker, will just escape. Just barely. And Seismic X showing indeed that they are a team to contend with. Good communication, good team fight coming in. And very, very aggressive indeed. The Spirit Breaker just charging in, regardless of where the target is. And they're just able to secure the kill. Now looking to break high ground. They know there's no Tide Hunter for another 10 seconds. No Templar Assassin, no Ravage as well. And this should be a tier. So Omni Slash immediately being casted right there. Bloodseeker's out of the picture. Sorazi playing so aggressively. Charge of Darkness coming in. Glimpse as well. Back onto MRD. Goes to the Sandstorm. Burrow Strikes out of the kinetic field. But this just means that it's a free lane of racks right now for Seismic X. And they will secure it. One more right click, guys. Don't leave it there. And there you go. Denied actually by the Tide Hunter. So no additional gold going to the hands of Seismic X. But well, to be honest, what can you do? There's nothing much you can do. Healing Ward is there, but they're trying to chase it. Sorazi is being put on low. Charge of Darkness coming in onto Double Vein, onto backlines. Burrow Strike as well. The good global silence coming from Baby Frog, McGeezax, but the Boars focusing him a lot. Melt Strike as well onto the Barathrum. They're trying to disengage right now. The Spirit Breaker is being put on low. Glimpse onto the Templar Assassin. And now, once again, they've got the Blood Rite silencing up of the 2 heroes. But CBK with the Epicenter tries to go for it with a kill, but no, the Healing Ward is still there, guys. But finally expires, but already Sand King will drop. Double Vin should be next to fall. Thunder Strike providing some vision. Blink Forward coming from Sorazi as well as a Blade Fury, and there's going to be 3 kills. Straight in front of the fountain, and Baby Fark McGeezax being glimpsed back with the kinetic field, but well, looks like that's going to be the end of it. It's about 30,000 in terms of net worth, 20,000 in terms of XP. And GG being called there from Knights of Hallucination. Well played to both teams. Kycer, take it away.